Hey, welcome back. We're at Spark Media. Thank you for tuning into the For the One Studio Insider. And today we're sitting with the keynote for tonight, and it's Tracey Mitchell. You did a phenomenal job tonight with your message and literally lit the room on fire.
Well, I don't know if we'd go that far, but you know what? I really felt that at Spark Media, that God wanted us to minister on, where is our fire? Do we have any fire left? And if so, how are we igniting the culture around us?
Yeah. I really liked how you used a lot of the analogies with the false fire and the real fire and knowing the difference between what they are and all of that.
Fire breather and the toxic.
Absolutely. Toxicity. You were
paraffin or
listening.
whatever.
That's great. Yeah,
we get an A+ for listening.
You got an
back.
A+.
I was only in there for like 10 minutes.
I want a 10-page report and I want a test. Yeah, after that. But yeah, we do live in a culture where there's a lot of spiritual toxicity.
Yeah.
And so we have to have a heightened level of discernment to know not only where are we going, but what are we subjecting our people to? What are we subjecting our children, our grandchildren to? And being able to discern clearly if it's the Holy Spirit fire or if it's false fire. And if not, we play with false fire. As I said earlier, we will always get burned. And so we have to be acutely aware and then measuring our own ability to function in the fire of the Holy Spirit. Where is our light? What are we doing to transform culture? Not just are we burning bright, but are we actually measurably changing our culture with that fire?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And I think tonight, walking out of there, a lot of the buzz and the conversation that was had was, wow, where I really loved when you talked about what is stealing your fire.
Yeah.
And I think that was for the audience that's here. Everybody has a show. Everybody's got a podcast and they have a voice in this world, in the media world.
Yes.
And it's easy to lose your fire when it's something you do consistently like that. So it's such a great question to pose to yourself that you pose to the audience about what's that one thing that could be stealing your fire.
Yeah, and it just may be lack of focus. It may, like you said, familiarity breeds contempt. Sometimes familiarity puts those fires out. And so every day being submitted to our walk with the Holy Spirit, spending time with Him in our prayer closet, on our faces, humbly saying, Lord, weighing ourselves, weighing our spirituality are where we need to be, not just measuring the impact of what we're doing, but where are we spiritually? If we had to weigh in right now, what would we actually weigh spiritually?
Yeah, that's so good. It makes me think of a thing that I would teach on, especially to the younger women. I say, man, we focus so much on our outer body, like how many, we watch what we eat, how many hours do we work out, the makeup, the hair, it's endless, right? And I was like, many of y'all have a bodybuilder on the outside and a stick figure on the inside.
That's the truth of the matter.
Yeah, and I was like, and you wonder why you lose the daily fight.
Yeah.
Your bodybuilder is going to beat the stick man all day, every day. So until you make the bodybuilder on the inside and the stick figure on the outside, you're going to lose to the battle.
Yeah, my mind immediately goes to the Old Testament where Belshazzar was sitting at a table of self-indulgence. He had weighed his worth, he had weighed his wives, he had weighed his influence and his fame. And all of a sudden, as he's sitting at his own table of self-indulgence, there's a human hand that writes on the wall and it said, "You have been weighed. You have been weighed and found wanting." And that term literally translate, you have been found to be malnourished spiritually.
Wow.
Which is amazing. Like you said, fat on the outside, skinny spiritually on the inside.
Yep, and it just won't work like that. And the joy comes from that daily relationship, what I call with my best friend. Jesus is my best friend, and you call up your best friend on the regular basis. When your best friend picks up the phone, immediately like, oh my gosh, what happened? Are the kids okay? Like you get it because you talk to them so much. You have those daily conversations. There's so much time spent there, and that's how you build that inner man to be weighed and say, hey, I've got peace, I've got joy on the inside here. So
yeah, I have to build up my spirit, man. If I have any hope of being to the full capacity of my creativity, my productivity at work, and that's where I get my ideas. Like if I just coast on my talents or whatever else, I'll run out, and it's just I'll crash. So
God doesn't weigh. He doesn't weigh our talents.
No.
He doesn't, as much as we would love it, He doesn't even weigh our fruit.
Yeah.
He weighs, he doesn't weigh our gifts, he weighs our fruit, our inner man.
Yeah. Well, you were great tonight.
Yep.
I love Spark. It was so
blessed
good to
us.
be here.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
Love it. Love
yes.
it.
Spark was excited to have you come. I know Misty was excited for you to come
Oh,
and
we
share
love
your
her.
message. And
It's a great way to kick it off.
yeah,
No,
it was a
she's
great way.
dynamo at leading this conference.
Yes,
And
she
her and
is.
Philip, they spearhead it right. Love what they're doing. Love the
Yeah.
collaboration, the synergy, the exhortation. It's a great, great conference.
Yes. So thank you. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
here.
Yeah, thank
Thanks for
you.
the word.
Right.
Y'all go get you some fire.